How can you say that, Auntie? Never tell a depressed person they think too much, it's fatal. Apologize to Jiao Jiao, comfort her, then have her contact me. Just finished the meeting, didn't have dinner, contacted you first to talk with Jiao Jiao. Just acting out these words, scared Auntie might use it against me later and get me in trouble. When he came for free treatment for Jiao Jiao, he mentioned threatening his wrist with a knife and emphasized the need for prompt psychological intervention to prevent potential harm. These call recordings are vital. I need to prepare tools to counter Auntie early. Auntie is growing impatient. She needs you to care for my daughter. I said it's okay, Auntie Gua, stop hitting me. If you hit again, I'll suspect you of padding hospital performance. She hung up on me decisively after that, allowing me to address my professional ethics flaws even better. Just as I finished my phone call and started enjoying steak and red wine at the hotel, the WeChat group chat suddenly erupted. Do you know? Jiao Jiao ended her life, slashing her wrists in the bloody bathtub. It's horrifying. That Jiao Jiao wouldn't be Jiao Jiao Jiao, right? It's my daughter. With Lin Ajiao ranking as the top student in the grade, Himik must be feeling miserable since her greatest hope in life is her daughter, whom she has diligently raised to excel academically. Himik, known for her high expectations, saw her daughter rise from obscurity to second place in her sophomore year. Did Jiao Jiao commit suicide due to overwhelming pressure after being threatened with humiliation for not achieving first place in the future? What's the situation? Is there any danger to life? I haven't had time to read further. At that moment, video couldn't play, so I hit the answer key. Aunt Himei's anger was evident as she was responsible for sending my daughter Shiyue, who could have survived, leading to the death of my Tsinghua University graduate doctor. Only then did I realize it was live. Himei thought she was negligent for her daughter's death. She rallied journalists and bloggers for a live broadcast to damage my career. Hearing Himei cry in the video made me realize something was wrong with my daughter. Knowing Song Shiyue is a psychiatrist, I sought her out. Despite the high cost of medical care and my sorrow as a single mother, I had no choice but to humbly plead with her, offering all the homegrown eggs meant for my daughter. Yet she refused. If she didn't disdain the poor and deny them treatment, how did my daughter end up in the After attempting suicide, as a professional, Dr. Song knew my daughter couldn't sleep, but didn't try to help. So I had no choice. Despite criticisms, do you still believe he's fit to be a doctor? Himimi's heartbreaking sobs have touched countless netizens, overwhelming insults and abuses. Can a person like this be fit to be a doctor? I'd rather see Song Shiyue gone. There are too many money-focused doctors in this country who don't see poor children as equals. Don't diseases of the poor deserve a specialist like you? Will Shanghua Hospital people come out to explain? If you allow this medical care to continue at your hospital, I will expose it daily. Anyone dare to share Song Yu's address? Ready to send his coffin immediately. My aunt and Mimi coldly stared at me. I made a determined statement to Song Shiyue that he's doomed. Little does he know he's doomed since I have all evidence of his psychological abuse of my daughter. The brutal evidence of abuse can damn internet users to hell with Auntie Himei. Auntie, it seems like you're not doing well mentally. It's called PTSD in psychology, also known as stress response. You may have forgotten who called you first to take your cousin to see a doctor after the incident of your cousin's suicide. Luckily, as a psychiatrist, I always record, so let me help you remember. After saying that, I started playing my recording. In a flash, online public opinion shifted as Dr. Song surprisingly emerged as a capable representative of the national medical industry in exporting research findings. Everyone knows how exhausting it is to travel overseas for seminars, endure the pain of managing the time difference, and focus entirely. Having such a long meeting in tough circumstances, Dr. Song skipped meals and phoned Auntie to take her cousin to a doctor. If it were me, I would have been deeply moved already, right? And the aunt took her own daughter to the hospital, then complained it was too expensive and didn't let her see the doctor. Despite a 50% discount, seeing a psychiatrist is still expensive at 400 renminbi per hour, considering the doctor's reputation. Aunt mentioned that the family, facing financial difficulties due to the husband's early passing, sought help from Dr. Song, even giving away their simple home eggs. This illustrates the family's dire situation, where 400 renminbi equals a month's living expenses for some. Aunt hesitated to take her daughter to see a doctor due to the high cost and fear of misdiagnosis. Her response immediately received considerable support from netizens. Aunt was right, many current hospital doctors lack ethics, overdiagnosing healthy people to avoid surgery and exaggerating illnesses for kickbacks. Have we lost faith in medical professionals' integrity? While my late husband's doctor subtly hints at tips on live streams, thanking viewers for their understanding, while raising my daughter alone is tough, I've never felt exhausted as she excelled academically from childhood and is now a promising student at Tsinghua University. I truly hope she can overcome this obstacle. Aunt cried on camera, promising, no matter the cost, I'll do whatever it takes to heal her. Netizens were immediately outraged, asserting, "Save such an exceptional child. Aunt, we netizens will generously tip you for the medical expenses, more from those who can afford it and less from those who can't." Aunt wiped tears and said thank you, all. Right after a few rockets were shamefully launched, a distinct comment emerged, "Don't trust his so-called aunt." When her husband passed away, the accidental insurance paid $3 million, and the construction site compensated $1 million. What's the matter? Are you using your daughter's suicide to profit from self-media? Even with lots of money, it's still insufficient. Some netizens tagged this comment, and someone jealous can't stand poor people making money in self-media. Not many people supported this time because the commenter was a famous anti-counterfeiting internet celebrity with millions of fans who wouldn't make random comments without evidence. During a recent live broadcast, the blogger himself debunked the fake claims with evidence, in front of millions of fans. A male blogger claims severe depression as his persona to earn. The internet celeb exposed him as a fraud. We are unsure of the evidence he'll present next to target the uncle and aunt. Aware of his influence, he quickly replied, "If I had as much money as you say, why would I hesitate to spend $400 on my daughter's treatment? You can eat messily, but don't speak carelessly." At that time, the aunt began crying again, emphasizing that her late husband's compensation was a secret known only to her and her cousin Lin Jiao, as her grandparents and in-laws had already passed away. At that time, my younger sister being a minor, the money was all in my aunt's hands. At the construction site, my aunt secretly bought accidental rescue insurance for my uncle to prevent maximum compensation in case of accidental death. He forgot about the issue, while his relatives and friends remained clueless. The insurance agent handling the claim was the same one from my past accidental death. After my death by falling downstairs, this agent handled my insurance matters. He informed my grandfather's wife, "The family was paid $3 million after your husband's death. But you might not be eligible for a claim if his death is deemed non-accidental." It was only then that I realized my aunt's family was not poor at all. I had contacted an insurance agent long ago to get claim documents, just in case. Surprisingly, it was very helpful. So, while my aunt was broadcasting and exposing me to public opinion risks, I coincidentally joined in the live broadcast with my uncle. With high popularity and proof of aunt's lie, the fact-checking influencer can't refuse. Exposing her will only boost her reputation and authority, a true win-win situation. Aunt was surprised when the influencer presented evidence of her past compensation. She tried to defend herself by claiming privacy and threatening legal action, but netizens continued to question the truth. While it's sad your husband passed away, it's worse to fake being poor and pitiful. Our netizens' money doesn't come out of thin air. Discovering that the supposedly orphaned mother is actually wealthy and unwilling to pay for her daughter's counseling, we question her actions. She may not truly understand depression. I found her account, where she detailed her caring interactions with her anime-loving daughter, who is happy to be with her. I also saw her posts about their shared moments. It's possible that my virtual mother lied to provide a better life for her daughter by earning more money through live streaming, given her lack of maternal security. Aunt, noticing the comments, remained calm for the camera, mentioning receiving money after husband's sudden death. Daughter is still in high school, planning for university. If she wants to pursue a master's or PhD program or further studies abroad in the future, you don't need to prepare money for these expenses. Some believe a well-behaved daughter marrying into a good family is all that matters. I think girls should read more, so I value every penny as if it were two in my life. But it's a lie. I apologize to my online friends for exploiting their sympathy. I'll give back those tips after the live broadcast. Regarding my daughter's studies to cure her illness, I believe diligent efforts can help us overcome any challenges. Concerning the alleged personal privacy breach by the self-proclaimed fact-checker, I retain the right to investigate. Aunt's kind words deeply moved many online users. Why criticize a single mom so harshly? Focus on the positives of the girl instead. The doctor is too pushy with his niece. What's the aunt's real intention? Aunt wiping tears, no need to blame the doctor for my daughter's incident. Is aunt, a professional psychiatrist, truly free from any responsibility while gazing tearfully at the camera? Once she finishes talking, I get a text on my phone, "Gift for October. Do you think this matter can just pass like that? I must hold you responsible for neglecting my daughter's illness that day. Not treating my daughter's illness shall cost you." With a cold smile, I told my aunt it was time to reveal my trump card. "Are you prepared?" Facing the camera, I assured my aunt that as a professional doctor, I always adhere to procedures. I believe in handling patient consultations with professionalism, extremely irresponsible towards the patients. While on a business trip, I quickly arranged for a professional doctor to comfort my cousin due to family concerns. It's a shame you don't trust doctors, just yourself, and deny my cousin's depression. So, are you truly a qualified mother? When aunt saw me questioning her qualifications as a mother, she immediately became angry and asked, "Am I not a qualified mother?" As a single mother, I made sacrifices to save money for my daughter's education. Despite my own frugal diet, she eats freely at school and attends tutoring classes. It's challenging to raise such a remarkable daughter alone, don't you think? You, someone childless, cannot question my motherhood. The aunt's face blushed and veins bulged.